like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet.
Sorry, Janari. Sorry.
Nigga, that's so
Hi guys, and today I'm going to be talking about a new person. Just kidding, she's been talked about like 50 times. If you don't know who Milo is a transgender boyish person. I don't know what they are. I will be respectful of their pronouns, but I won't stand up for bullshit. That being said, let's get right into the video.
Good morning, easily offended millennial.
Well, we're off to a great start. First of all, her background is weird. I mean, I suck at playing video games, but I'd rather not have two chairs holding up a blanket with some Christmas lights. She also insulted us by saying that we're easily offended. Great start.
This video is going to include discussions about racism.
Oh boy, can't wait for that to happen. Can't wait to hear about a fucking trans person talk about racism, because that's not even your fucking...
And because I am white, none of these thoughts about racism in this video are my original thought. I accredit to most of the ideas that I have picked up from these two videos created by two very lovely black YouTubers. So go and check them out, please, because they're lovely and awesome, and like, why not?
Alright, so first of all, the two people that she's displaying is the people that she's drawing her opinion from. The person on the left got her information off of an article, where I feel the person in that article just might have been a tad bit racist. And the guy on the right, the individual on the right, made their video a day after the person on the left made their video. So I can only assume that the person on the right also got their information from the person on the left. And Milo was all like, oh, okay, these two people made a video about the same thing I want to talk about, so I'm gonna get my evidence from them, without stating any actual claims or anything, or even showing any proof. Isn't that smart? Isn't that smart? Isn't that how people are smart? Isn't that how you do smart?
All white people are racist, all men are misogynistic, all cisgender people are transphobic, all members of a majority are biased against the members of the minority or oppressed group. In fact, most people are racist, misogynistic, transphobic, ableist, etc.
Alright, so this is where the shit hits the fan in this video. So early, too. Alright, so let's go down her list of viewpoints. Her first one is, all white people are racist. So does that make you racist too? I mean, if you were racist, you wouldn't have featured two black people in your video and told us to click on the links. Her second point, all men are misogynistic. If that's true and you identify as male, are you misogynistic? Her third point, all cisgender people are transphobic. First of all, in her head, she would have just misgendered male and female people. Since male and female choose the gender identity of male and female, you took disregard of that and put them as cisgender. You go against your own logic. Also, in each one of your points, you're talking about the small minority of people who think that stuff, and then you generalize the majority. You're completely wrong with all of these points, and you got your information off of two YouTube videos, where the people themselves are racist.
I am racist, classist, ableist, and I probably contribute to many other systems of marginalization that I am not aware of.
Whether you do or not is not up to me to say, but what I can say is that you're a fucking idiot.
Words like racist, misogynistic, and transphobic are not insults, nor are they stereotypes or generalizations.
Oh yeah, no, forget the fact that she just generalized everyone in like one sentence, you know? It doesn't matter. None of that matters. That didn't happen.
Rather, they are facts about the way we are socialized in a Western society.
Well, I hope you have enough evidence to back up that major claim you just made, because you not only generalized everyone for being transphobic, all men for being misogynistic, and all white people for being racist, you also have a smirk on your face while doing it, so you must have evidence to back all this up.
And in most other societies. I talk mostly about Western societies because that is what I have the most experience with.
Alright, I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you. You only have experience with Western society because with your lifestyle choices, you would not be allowed in any other society. You only have experience with Western society because that's the only society that will accept you. Not everyone does, but they will. You are more lucky than most women, and the fact that you're spewing this garbage from your mouth just shows how stupid you really are.
Saying that we're all raised to believe that gender is defined by anatomy and chromosomes is not a stereotype. It's a fact about how we are raised. Even if you have liberal parents or teachers who teach you about gender identity, you still come into contact with the idea of biological gender through the media or through interactions with other people.
I really hate to break it to you, but that's how our gender is defined. Through anatomy, through genitals, through chromosomes. That's how gender is defined. Whether you are male or female is based on your DNA and physical characteristics. It's not a way people are, brought up. It's only based on pure and simple fact.
Even if you are raised by open-minded people, you will still be psychologically affected by living in a society built on imperialism.
I hope you have a good way to support that claim.
Which, by the way, created cisnormativity and heteronormativity.
Oh great, Tumblr words, now I have to fucking look them up. Alright, so cisnormativity is the assumption that all or almost all individuals are cisgender. So basically thinking that all people are male or female, which is completely right. Heteronormativity is the same thing, except it has to do more with quote-unquote gender roles. It also says that if you're a man, you like women, and if you're a woman, you like men. So one of these normativities is right, and the other one is just stupid. I mean, men can date men, women can date women. I don't care about all of that. I think a man should be able to take care of his wife. I think if a woman wants to, she can work a job, or she can stay home and take care of kids, or she can live by herself. Same thing with a man. If he wants to stay home and take care of his kids, that's a nice thing. It's all based on what you want to do, not what people categorize you to be.
A 2012 study, which I will link below, observed how white people empathize with black people less than we do with other white people, because our minds register their pain as being less severe than it actually is.
Alright, Milo, so I just read the article, and it already disproves what you're talking about. I'll summarize. Tests were done on football players, white and black, who were injured. Majority of the black players went back into the game after healing and all that, more than white people. So not only white people thought that black people are stronger, but also nurses and registered nurses. And I don't know what race the nurses or registered nurses were. So no, the article did not say itself white people are racist towards black people and don't empathize with them well.
We're raised to believe that black people are lesser and that they're more likely to be dangerous to us, even though history has proved the opposite to be true.
We were never raised to believe black people were lesser. It's your parents who teach you that. Racism is learned. They're also not more likely to be dangerous to us. Stop generalizing the minority. And please tell me where you get the history idea from. You couldn't have given any examples or anything? Are you that fucking stupid?
We're raised to believe that gender is based on biology, and that features that are typically associated with one sex are repulsive or shocking on the other binary gender, especially when it comes to transgender women.
We're raised to believe that because that's how our society is. Gender is based on biology, not on a bunch of made-up ones. It's not a social construct. Also, I don't care. I don't think society actually cares. But there is a minority that don't like men wearing women's lipstick or wearing women's clothing. But that's the minority. Me personally don't have a problem with it. Neither do my friends. I have friends that do that, and I don't have a problem with them. In a way, you're almost as bad as Lacey Green. Again, it's all up to the parents whether or not they teach them about these things in life. I wouldn't teach my kid about the extra genders that were made up. I would definitely teach them about how there are people that were once men and became women, or vice versa, and tell them that everyone is different in their own way.
Beauty standards affect everyone's psychology, and cisnormative beauty standards are no exception. If you followed me this far, and you agree that all people are psychologically affected by marginalization, but you disagree with calling these biases racism or transphobia or misogyny, then there's really no point in arguing further.
Does this mean I get to quit? Does this mean I don't have to do the video? Dude, I'm really fucking happy if that's true. If that was true. You fucking bitch. You lied to me. You're still gonna spread bullshit.
Once a discussion boils down to disagreement over the definition of a word, it's probably not going to be very productive. However, I will make an argument for why I believe we should view racism, transphobia, and misogyny from a wider lens, and you can feel free to respectfully disagree with me.
Fine. I'll respectfully disagree with you, starting now.
I think that when people hear words like racism, transphobia, and misogyny, they think of blatant, unapologetic hate, like violently attacking someone because of their identity.
While all those are a form of discrimination, that actually is what comes to my mind when you mention those things. But that's what actually a lot of people think.
Certainly people who commit violent hate crimes are very, very bad people. However, I believe to properly dismantle systems of oppression, we must acknowledge that being racist or transphobic or misogynistic or ableist or whatever does not make you a bad person.
So now that she generalized each point she made prior, she feels the need to justify it. So she's saying it's not bad that you're misogynistic or racist or transphobic, just so she won't sound like a complete asshole.
By being afraid to call ourselves racist, we are failing to acknowledge how our biases contribute to systematic racism. Microaggressions are mocked as not really being a big deal, so we fail to acknowledge when they do legitimate harm.
When?
Yes, there have been a lot of police officers who have been outed as members of the KKK. But not every police officer who has harmed an unarmed Black or Latinx person has been a member of the KKK.
You are such a hypocrite. You just said that all white people are racist, that all men are misogynistic. Then you go against what you said and use the analogy of the police officer being a KKK member. If you believe in that analogy, you wouldn't be calling all white people racist. But no, you're just a fucking idiot.
Subconscious biases are the reason why we're more likely to see a Black person holding a cell phone or toy gun and think we see a dangerous armed person.
That's just you, buddy.
And they're also to blame for the fact that many victims of police brutality were never given the medical treatments that could have saved their life.
If you would have posted the links to the articles where you could find this information, that would have been really nice. It could have backed up your points perfectly. But you didn't. Did you? You dumb motherfucker.
Microaggressions are also to blame for the fact that transgender women are stereotyped as being sex workers, which hurts people like Megan Taylor, who was jailed for 8 days after the hotel she was staying at wrongfully reported her.
The hotel didn't report her. People in the hotel reported her. Also, sex workers can be anybody, male, female, or transgender.
If we refuse to classify people who hold biases and stereotypes as racists or transphobes, then we're not acknowledging how damaging less blatant racism and transphobia can be, and we're not forcing people to become aware of their own microaggressions.
You know what I think? I think you need to become aware of how ignorant and uneducated you really are.
The whole point of acknowledging that we're racist, transphobic, misogynistic, etc. is so that we can better recognize our biases and work to overcome them. So those are my thoughts. I don't normally speak on issues that I feel like Black people can much more eloquently and originally speak on.
That's because the two Black people that you linked in your video are fucking idiots. The two Black people go off the idea that Black people can't be racist, but white people are automatically racist.
But I had a lot of people coming to my channel wanting to know why I said all white people are racist, so this is why. Please go check out some other channels that I have linked in the description and in the information bar thing. I think it's over here. It's over here. That thing right there. Like, click it, because wow. Go check out some other people who can say this better than I can. Cool, thanks. Bye, people.
And then that's it. That's how the video ends. She doesn't have an outro or anything. I mean, I don't have an outro. I have an ending meme. And I prefer to use that rather than an outro. So yeah, that was my video about Milo. Everyone's almost talked about this person. Give me your feedback in the comments, leave a like or subscribe, and I will see you later. Peace.
Machiavelli. Bitches come and go, but you know I stay.